Hey guys, back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about this huge talent who I think could well be a very good driver in the future. I think he could be, and he's had a very stellar junior career, which is why I'm going to be talking about him today in this video, because I think he has so much talent and could go very far in the future. That man is Theo Pourchaire. I think he is an absolute crazy talent. He's so good, which is why I'm going to be talking about him today. And if you guys like this video and you want to hear about more drivers, then leave a like on it and subscribe. And by the way, before we get on with this video, I'm going to be talking about today's sponsor, which is OneFootball. Now, if you guys don't know what OneFootball is, it's an app where you can go on and see the latest soccer news. You can see latest news. You can see what's going on, the latest games, like Real Madrid versus PSG and Sporting Lisbon versus Man City is going on, I think, right now. You can see that, and you can see the latest comments, latest news, what's going on. So check out OneFootball because it's a very good app, and I very highly recommend it. Anyway, back onto the video. So Theo Pourchaire, he was born in Grasse, France. He began his karting. He began karting at 2.5, and he actually made his competitive debut at 7 years old. So yeah, he started karting pretty young. Well, for karting, that's actually pretty early. Well, actually, it's actually at the age that you're supposed to start, or something like that. He claimed a lot of championships in France. He claimed a lot. He was on rampage. He also finished third in the CIK FIOKJ championship and the DKM Junior Championship. So he got third in those two. Pretty good. Which is a very good start because think about it, he won multiple championships. He won a lot of karting championships, and he finished third in those two championships that I just mentioned. And then and by the way, now he's 18. He's 18. He also has a few records, I think. Yeah, in F2. He's the youngest race winner Formula 2 history, the youngest race starter at Formula 2 history, and the youngest the youngest driver to get a podium in Formula 2 history. Because he only started Formula 2 at 17 years old. Yes, that's very young. In 2018, Theo Pourchaire stepped up. He started in the French F4 championship. And the funny thing is, he started even though he wasn't technically eligible to race in it, because he was only 14 or 15. 14. I think you have to be 15 to start, and he wasn't even old enough. He was only 14, so you can't start at 14. But even though he couldn't, despite this, he still won in the second race at Spa in Belgium, which is absolutely insane because he's not eligible, and then he just wins in the second race against Belgium and at Spa in Belgium. So crazy there, absolutely insane there, and claimed 16 victories to be crowned junior champion. So wins the F4 series. Amazing. And then the next year, Pourchaire remained at Formula 4 level, but he changed to the ADEC F4 series and racing for the US CHRS outfit, which is basically Charouz. So yeah, let's just make a recap. He signs in the ADAC series, and he signed for Charouz. And he claimed 4 wins on the year, a lot of podiums. And he also won at the German Grand Prix. He claimed the championship title, and he also won the title ahead of Dennis Hauger, who's now going to be racing F2 alongside him. So yeah, he wins an ADAC F4 series, and he beats Red Bull Junior Dennis Hauger, who will be racing against him, but Pourchaire is going to be racing at ART this year. Hauger's going to be racing in the Prema. So that's pretty exciting to see what happens. Maybe a bit of a rivalry there. Who knows? But it was at this time that he was signed after getting promoted to the FIA Formula 3 series. It was at this time that he was announced as a Sauber Academy driver. So Sauber, it's not like it's basically Ferrari, but it's different. Because Sauber obviously isn't a team anymore than Alfa Romeo, but they do have their academy, and he's definitely the gem in there. For the F3 series, he was signed for ART, which is pretty good. You got some young talents like George Russell. He was at ART in his debut season F2. But he's going to Formula 3, so it's not going to be F2. And also he took his first F3 series win at the Red Bull Ring, at the second race at the Red Bull Ring. So yeah, and his second race ever in F3, he won it, and at the Red Bull Ring, and then he won at Hungaroring in the first race of the Hungaroring. Absolutely amazing start to F3. Absolutely amazing. He won the final race of the season, but like after a very consistent season, I think he finished like with 161 points. It wasn't enough to win the title, which is such a shame, because he was so close. He was only like 17, I think he started at 16 years old in that series. He lost out, unfortunately, just 3 points behind title winner Oscar Piastri. Such a shame for Theo. I think he really deserved it, but Oscar just proved that he could win, and he won the championship by just 3 points, even though Theo won the final race of the season. And also, Logan Sargent was also in the title challenge in the final race, but he retired in the final race, so he didn't win the title. Even though he was leading going into the final race, he lost, unfortunately. But Oscar Piastri wins that. Theo loses, but he still gets promoted to F2 and signs another season for F2. In October 2020, it was announced that Theo would be racing in F2, which is really good. And he would start the 2020. He would start the 2021 season in Bahrain, obviously. And for Bahrain, he did a great job. I think he finished like 5th. I'm not sure, but it was a great season this last season, and he absolutely smashed it. He finished 5th. Yeah, he finished 5th, and he won Monaco. He won in Monaco. And fun fact, he did actually go to Monaco when he was like 3 years old. I think it's like 2006 or like something around there. And he would actually win in Monaco. And if you guys didn't hear my records before in the video, that was one of the records. He won in Monaco, and he was the youngest ever race winner in Monaco in F2 history, which was very good. Amazing start. Wins in Monaco, and he also qualified on pole position for that race. So great drive. Unfortunately, though, in Baku, he wasn't able to convert. He collided with Marcus Armstrong and Dan Ticktum, which was very unfortunate. I think he could have had a great race. He also had some other pretty good performances. He was very good. He was good at Belgium. That was another good race. He finished 5th in the standings, which is, for an ART, that was pretty good. I think Lundgaard finished 12th, so at least he beat Lundgaard. If he didn't beat Lundgaard, that would have been bad. And right away, in that season, he finished 5th with 3 podiums, 3 fastest laps, 1 win and 2 wins and 1 pole. In an ART, that's pretty good. So just saying it again, 2 wins, 1 pole, 3 fastest laps, and 3 podiums, and 140 points, and finished 5th. And he was 120 12 points off Piastri, but he's in an ART. Piastri's in a Prima. But one thing that was really shocking was in Jeddah, he was involved with a crash with Enzo Fittipaldi, which Pourchaire was able to come out alive. Enzo, he didn't. He was a bit injured. While Pourchaire, he escaped fine. Fittipaldi, Enzo, he kind of was a bit injured, so he had to recover from that. But still, in his rookie season, 140 points, 5th in the championship, which was an amazing start, I think. And he's gonna compete in F2 again with ART for 2022. I think he's gonna finish top 3 in this year's F2. I mean, I think Hauger might win the title because he's in Prima. Could like Logan Sargent when he's going to be in the Carlin. Maybe, who knows, maybe even like Doohan, he's in the U9 Virtuosi. Maybe even Jaruvla, who knows. It's going to be such a exciting season. But why do I think he could be a superstar? Why do I think that he could be the next big thing? Well, he's shown it. He's shown it at junior level. 1 in French F4, 1 in ADEC F4, finished 2nd in F3, and then he finished, what am I saying? Oh, and then he finished 5th in F2. But that's also because he had, less machinery. He has, so much talent, so, it made complete sense to bring him up. I think he should get promoted next season. If he has top 3, then bring him promoted. Hopefully Joe maybe goes to Haas, and maybe Bottas retires. Then that will lead a seat for Pourchaire. That would be great. And I think he will be at Ferrari one day. I think maybe one day he will be at Ferrari. He's definitely going to be in F1 one day, I think. That's for me, I think. I think he will definitely be in F1 because he has so much talent, and he definitely should be in F1 at one time. Could he become a world champion? I say if he is given the right machinery in his years in F1, then yes, because he has so much potential, and I think he really could be one of the best in the future. So yeah, guys, what do you think of this video? Do you think Pourchaire could become a superstar? Do you think he is the next superstar? Do you think he's like the next Lando Norris? Who knows? If you guys like this video, then hit the like button. Check out OneFootball, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.